Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about paper number 503. This paper includes instrumentation, forest and forestry, microtechnics, medicinal plant and horticulture. Today we will talk about forest and forestry. First topic of unit is importance of forest. As we all know, forest is large area of land which is dominated by trees. Forests are important for survival of all living organisms. It is vital for our life as it provides oxygen, food, shelter and other requirements. It is necessary to tribal people who are living around the forest. Forests are home of 80% of global terrestrial biodiversity and it is the source that fulfills basic needs for human settlement. About 80% of biodiversity are present in forest, so it is the home for them. Everything from oxygen we breathe to wood we use for fuel and construction material, comes from forest. It is self-nourishing system which is host to a number of organisms. It is self-nourishing system that is host to a number of organisms in free of cost. The ecosystem of every forest include both biotic and non-biotic components. Non-biotic components include temperature, pressure, rain, while biotic components include plants, tree, shrub, grasses, moss, algae, fungi, insect, mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibian and other microorganisms. Forests are made up from four main layers as it is shown here. Four layers. First one is emergent layer, second one is canopy layer, third one is understory layer and fourth one is forest floor. First, emergent layer. Emergent means taller than surrounding vegetation. The tallest tree in the forest comes in emergent layer, which are around 2000 feet from emergent layer. This tree having broad leaves and get abundant sunlight. This is the emergent layer. This tree having particular characteristics like they have broad leaves because it gives abundant sunlight and it is the tallest and strongest layer because these trees are tallest and strongest, which comes in a emergent layer. Second one is canopy layer. Canopy means cover. Canopy layer is just below to the emergent layer. It is thickened by a smooth oval leaves and branches. It is primary layer of forest. Second layer is canopy layer. It is primary layer of forest and having smooth oval leaves and branches. Third one is understory layer. Understory means under layer of forest. This is the forest layer. Under this canopy layer is forest layer and under this canopy layer, understory layer is present. This is the understory layer. Understory layer is also called wooded area. Sunlight cannot reach to this layer. Hence, the plant develop larger leaves to absorb it. First layer is emergent layer. These leaves are big because they are getting abundant sunlight. Then second layer, these having oval leaves, and third layer, understory layer, this plant having larger leaves because sunlight cannot penetrate to here. So, this plant having larger layer to absorb sunlight. Fourth one is forest floor. Sunlight cannot reach to the forest floor, hence it is dark and humid in this layer. This layer is dark and humid. Here you can see this is the sunlight intensity which is sunlight intensity which is reach to these layers. Sunlight cannot reach to the forest floor, hence it is dark and humid layer. It offers rich source of growth of fungus, dead leaves, branches and dead animals decay in this layer. In this layer, mostly fungi, mosses and algae are grown in forest layer. So these are the 4 layer of forest. Importance of forest in our life. The rise in carbon layer is believed the main reason behind global warming. Main reason behind the global warming is rise in a carbon level. Trees are the world's largest storehouse of carbon, which is important to the maintain global temperature. Trees are the storehouse of carbon, so it can maintain the global temperature and absorb this carbon. Deforestation in this modern era causing several problems like pollution, soil erosion and climate change. Here are some reasons that explain the importance of forest for all living beings, why they should be preserved protectively. What is the importance of forest? Forests are natural habitat to many animals. The trees supply oxygen to forests are natural habitat to many animals. The tree that supply oxygen to the atmosphere. Forests affect rainfall in particular region. They also provide us wood, medicine, food, perfumes, paper and clothes. Uses of tree to absorb greenhouse gas. Forests maintain the ecosystem by absorbing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide that are believed to be the reason of climate change. The main reason of climate change is global warming and reason behind the global warming is carbon dioxide. So forests are absorb this greenhouse gas. Carbon is stored in a biomass within the forest. Tropical forests alone consume a huge amount of carbon that can be disastrous if released into the atmosphere. Tropical forest. This forest absorb trillion tons of carbon. If it releases to atmosphere, then it can be disastrous to us. Importance of tree to provide a natural habitat. Forests provide a sustainable environment for the survival of million animals. It is home for several species including snakes, turtles, crocodiles, insects, birds, butterflies, monkeys and other wild animals. It is provide an ecosystem to this animal to survive. The forest floor is also rich medium for microorganisms. Forest floor having plenty of nitrogen and other plenty of rich nutrients and humidity. So it is rich medium for microorganisms which are essential for the conversion of dead matter into nutrition. Microorganisms are essential for conversion of dead material into nutrients. Forests are also home for indigenous people who depend on them for their livelihood. Importance of forest to support biodiversity. Globally, around 90% of species, including various plants and animals, survive in forest. They offer the necessary habitat and support biodiversity. They are the home to genes of biodiversity. Forests are home to genes of biodiversity. Importance of forest to purify the air. Photosynthesis is critical function to plant and generate food and energy. Plants generate food and energy by photosynthetic process. Plants, shrubs and trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during daytime and release oxygen. During daytime, when the photosynthesis process occurs, the plants or trees absorb the carbon dioxide from atmosphere and release oxygen. According to an estimate, an acre of mature trees can provide oxygen to 18 people. An acre of mature tree provide oxygen for 18 people. They act as a giant lungs purifying in the air in the atmosphere by removing carbon dioxide and maintaining balanced level of oxygen that we breathe every day. They act as a lung. Also, trees and forests are also called the lung of earth. Trees absorb odors and pollutant gases like ammonia and sulfur dioxide out of the air. These are toxins and are trapped into the leaves and barks. The toxic gases which are absorbed by tree and it is trapped in leaves and barks of tree. Importance of tree to regulate global temperature. Forests provide green cover which absorb the sun's radiation and keep the temperature down. They regulate atmospheric temperature through evapotranspiration and breeze. Evapotranspiration is process by which water is transferred from land to atmosphere by evaporation from soil. They regulate atmospheric temperature through evapotranspiration and breeze. Forests also promote rainfall that helps in maintaining underground water and cool climate. Importance of forest to enrich the soil. Dead leaves and broken branches ultimately are converted into soil through decomposition process. And this conversion enrich soil with the nutrition. When dead leaves and barks are fallen from the trees, ultimately it converted into soil through decomposition process. By whom? Decomposers. This conversion makes forest soil enriched by nutrients. Microorganisms present in the soil convert the biodegradable material to simpler particles that can utilize by plant again. The microorganisms which are present in the forest soil, they convert the biodegradable material to simpler particle and it is further consumed by and utilized by plant. Trees have very strong root that hold the soil intact in cases of floods and any reason that causes soil erosion. Trees are main reason to prevent the soil erosion. They are very critical in hilly area or stream slopes as they slow the runoff and keep soil intact. Trees are very important. They having strong root which hold the soil and which help to prevent intact means damage of soil. Uncontrolled soil erosion can destroy the fertile soil and leading to poor and lifeless condition. When the soil erosion becomes uncontrollable, so it makes fertile soil to poor or lifeless soil. Importance of forest to regulate the water cycle. Forest is an important component of water cycle process. They regulate evaporation, condensation and precipitation of water. Evaporation is transfer of water from land to atmosphere. Condensation means conversion of vapor or gas to liquid. Conversion of vapor or gas to liquid. Trees allow the rainwater to flow down the trunk into the soil, thereby preventing storm water from carrying pollutant to ocean. When trees in rainy season, there are rainwater flow down to the trunk and it is absorbed by soil which prevent storm water from carrying pollutant to ocean. They act as a giant sponge that filter water and recharge water table or groundwater. They act as a giant sponge that filter water and recharge the groundwater. Importance of forest in our life. Forests are rich in herbs, plants and trees and they having medicinal value. The extracts, seeds, leaves, bark from these plants and trees treat several diseases while being non-toxic to human body. It is very important medicinally also. Forests provide economic benefits. Forests have a lot to offer human beings. Every component of tree is useful to us, from leaves, branches, stem, bark, fruit, seeds and root. All things are useful. Forests provide wood, timber, raw material, vegetable and fruits which having significant economic value. The timber is used in a construction and making furniture. Wood is also essential in production of paper. The rubber is extracted from tree used to make several products. Even green waste has economic significance. That means tree are very important and forest every part of tree is useful to us. Millions of trees are chopped off every year to support increasing need of human beings. We have to take protective measures to preserve forest and increase green cover in interest of million living beings that depend on it, because there are many, even us, we are also depending on forest, so we have to conserve the forest. Thank you.